Okay, there you go. So Atreo is sporting his Jürgen Klopp look. Devashish Sen, Atreo Mukhopadhyay, Shomik Chakraborty, all of them at Eden Gardens. Trisha and I in the studio, Gargi in Delhi. We will soon be on our way to Eden Gardens. So Vikas Sharma he has scolded us for being a minute late. Love this. Absolutely love this. Yes, Vikas, apologies. Because we were all celebrating Atreo's new look. That is why we got a minute late, unfortunately. But yes, Devashish, Atreo, first comments from both of you. How's the atmosphere? What is the crowd build up like? What is going on?
Unfortunately, so far we haven't seen the similar atmosphere that we are normally associated with Eden Garden during an IPL match or an international match. After that, no,
No, I think the match starts at 7 o'clock, so there is a lot of time to go
yes.
before the toss and before the start of the match. So from what I gather, I see familiar signs. I mean, this is the old Eden Gardens that we all know. It's building. It's building slowly, but steadily. So I think we will be having a good crowd, a good turnout, and enthusiasm of the people. I mean, I was walking. I mean, you all know that to make your way towards the Eden Gardens, you have to walk a fair bit if you are using public transport. And I saw familiar signs. I mean, those people walking in, the people who sell those things, the flags, the banners, the jerseys, those who paint your face and all that, they are all there. And I think we are in for a familiar sight.
Shomik,
But
your
not
comment
now,
was
not now,
Not
before
right
that.
now.
not right now.
Yeah, I mean, where you guys are, I can see some cars behind already
Yeah.
parked, but not the crowd build up.
Yeah.
Some of the videos you all have sent look quite colorful.
It's
But
the same
just
car
like
park where you mean your car will be parked
yeah, it's opposite the clubhouse. So yeah, so that's where they
opposite
are.
the cloud.
Somebody saying Bancharam and Mishti খেয়েছো কিনা গুড়ের সন্দেশ. Come on, boss. Why don't you send at least? The least you can do, not ask here and send it to us. Vikas Sharma,
কাকে
thanks, huge
বলছো?
fan. Yes, boss. Welcome. Shomik, your comment, first thoughts before I go to Trisha and Gargi.
See, at the end of the day, it would be full house. A turnout of 60,000 is expected. The it's a slow burn in terms of crowd buildup. When I and Afri were coming to the ground, we saw people wrapping themselves in the tricolors. They're slowly. The crowd is slowly building. At the media entry gate, they have a problem at the moment in terms of the card scan. The card scan is not happening. So they are now mulling on whether manual entry would be possible. Our media manager, the CAB media manager, is is in touch with the BCCI media manager. So and a lot of frustrations has been building up, especially among the photographers, because they will have to take those vantage points. And before the toss, they have a small ceremony at the ground. Julan Goswami, a stand would be named after Julan Goswami. So the photographers, I understand their frustration because they will have to take their vantage point. So from
Shomik,
that point of view,
Shomik,
there's a small issue. And
wait. Is this something that Devashish has done? Has he sabotaged this so that he can enter at the right time as well? Is this something that Devashish has undertaken, made sure? What is your thought?
So that he can enter after the live.
Exactly, because that is why no other photographer is being allowed to go
absolutely.
in.
So that he gets the vantage point and then the
Yeah, is he orchestrating this?
If I go down, everyone is going down with me.
yeah, correct.
but the fact of the matter is that Devashish doesn't need any scanning or anything. I mean, he is a royalty in terms of media people. He is a royalty. So he always, wherever he goes, he gets a standing ovation.
Devashish, your comment.
What shall I say? It's a great compliment from Shomikda.
See, what I can say is that I'm not sure if Devashish has intentionally done this, but what I'm pretty sure about is Devashish is perfectly capable of it.
Lovely.
Well done, Atreo.
Beautiful. Okay, Gargi, your comment as the outstation expert on Devashish's capabilities and the first, couple of hours India's new season. First international game after the Australia loss. What is this? After Saurav Ganguly, Eden Gardens belongs to Mama. True, true.
I mean, I've been with because we've as a team traveled to the Eden Gardens quite a lot of time. I've seen that whenever Devashish walks up, the gates automatically open. No one asks
Done,
who are you, what are you here for? As soon as they see Devashish, you know, the gates are just sliding open. So that's definitely something.
Maybe a stand to
No,
be named after him after a few years.
Very soon,
no,
actually.
no. I take strong exception to that comment that Saurav Ganguly Eden Gardens belongs to Mama. That would be narrowing Mama down to just a Calcutta correspondent. After the three W's, the Kensington Oval also belongs to Mama.
Well done.
But yeah, I mean, on a serious note,
Yeah.
he is India's most traveled cricket journalist.
True.
At the moment, there is no one who comes close to Devashish in terms of. But Gargi, let's build the mood. Your first thoughts before I go to Trisha. After Australia, start of the home season, build up to the 26 World Cup starts today, T20 format, Eden Gardens, nowhere better to start with more than a 65,000 crowd there. First thoughts.
I think all of this sets up India for a perfect season. But what makes this series, what makes this bilaterals, which would otherwise would really not mean a lot to us, to fans, to journalists, but at this point, with the way that the context is set up for the series, Jasprit Bumrah is injured, Mohammad Shami is coming in after an injury layoff, and heading into the Champions Trophy, we're still not sure about what will happen to Jasprit. We're actually not sure what has happened to Jasprit Bumrah. But with Mohammad Shami coming in after an injury, he is someone who the Indian team needs. He is someone that the Indian bowling lineup would want to have on the other end with Jasprit Bumrah. And even if he's not there, even if Bumrah is not there, then it makes it even more important for Mohammad Shami's body to hold up throughout this series and then head into the Champions Trophy full tilt. So I think that sets up this series perfectly. That will be the whole context of this series, and that is why this is so important.
Somebody is saying ঘাগু মাল বলে দেবাশিস দা একজন বলছে মামা be like the world is my territory. Okay. But Trisha, quick comment
Yeah.
before I go back to Devashish and Atreo on another note. But Mohammad Shami's presence here has made this game a very different game from what it would have been otherwise.
Absolutely. I think it's the significance of the game has multiplied with his presence because, as Gargi rightly said, it is important for India to see a fit Shami, to see him holding up, to see him bowling comfortably, and not only bowling. In T20, as you bowl just 4 overs, it is important to see that he's fielding as well. Throughout the match, he's there. He's not limping, feeling tired or fatigued, because that basically shows that his body will be holding up in the future as well. So I think suddenly the series, which was almost like just a formality sort of, has now become extremely significant as far as India is concerned.
Devashish, Atreo, have the teams come? Devashish, a lot of people asking, have the teams come? Arrival visuals, etc. People are asking, any update from there?
The
They should
team
be
is
here.
about to come.
Priyada,
The team is about to
yeah,
come. They have blocked off
so
the
shall
area.
I walk
That-
towards the clubhouse? We are
Why don't you
Yeah.
can show us? Visuals will be brilliant.
but Atroda is with me. We cannot do it.
Yeah, so let's take
Because
a
one of
couple
the
of
airport is with Atroda.
let's take a couple of comments from Atreo, and then you can sort of try and go that side. Atreo, your thing about watching Mohammad Shami, how important do you think this is for him? And secondly, even for somebody like a Sanju Samson, ignored for the Champions Trophy, there is a lot in this. For a Hardik Pandya, ignored for vice captaincy, there is a lot in this. Atreo.
I'll come to the Shami aspect first. And I think this is the beginning of the last chapter of Muhammad Shami, the international cricketer. This is where he began his journey as a international cricket bowler. I mean, I think he made his debut over here, right? West Indies. Sachin's 199th test. That was his debut. And well, this is where the last chapter, the last leg of his international career begins. And we all know how important a player he is in India's scheme of things, especially in the absence of Jasprit Bumrah. So Shami's fitness is has been a concern all through his career. In fact, I mean, he did very well to overcome those setbacks and fitness issues, and each time he came back stronger. So we expect him to be in good shape over here. But having said that, we keep our fingers crossed because you never know. I mean, it's a battered body, it's a tired body, and a lot of mental stress as well. So, as you said, that T20 is just the beginning, and after that, we'll move on towards the 50 over games. So, it's to be seen how his body handle this kind of load. So, somebody of his experience, of his age, of his expertise should not be on trial, but that is exactly how it is at the moment. He'll be under trial. So, fresh beginning for Shami. Let's see how it goes. And when it comes to Sanju,
Shami, before I ask Atreo the second one, Atreo can take the Samson and Hardik questions. But your thoughts on Shami, Devashish? You've been watching Shami the last 3 days. You've seen him practice. Your thoughts on Mohammad Shami? I will ask Shomik the same question, but after Atreo. You go first, Devashish.
Yeah, Boriana, he bowled full tilt yesterday, and also the first day of the practice session. The second day he did not bowl. He batted, but obviously he looked to be enjoying, and he looked lot slimmer. I mean, he has lost weight, and he did mention in that CAB event that he has um, 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 uh, worked a lot on his fitness, and that will what will be key for India. I mean, a fit Sami is all what the fans will be hoping for. And as Trisha rightly said, how his body holds up in the next few days will decide if it augurs well for Indian team.
Atreo on Samson and Hardik before I go to Shomik.
see, Sanju Samson, it's a very important phase of his career. He's around 30 years old and he's a regular only in the T20 scheme of things. As we all know, I mean, he's not part of the one day team. He never came into reckoning when it came to the Test squad, and he has done well in the T20s. I mean, we all know that because as we see, last 5 or 6 matches he scored 3 centuries, and those were at a strike rate of nearly 200. Those are not 80 ball 100. Those are 55 ball 100, 60 ball 100 with 6 or 7 sixes and all that. So it can be starting in destruction, and this is his time to prove his worth. That I mean, he has already proven his worth. I mean, I'm not questioning that, but this is his time to cement his place somewhere. I mean, at least in the T20 scheme of things, because next T20 World Cup is still about a fair bit away, I mean, fair way away. So, but given the run-up, and as Shomik has often pointed out that this is the beginning of India's countdown to the next T20 World Cup in the defense of their crown. So it's time for Sanju to actually just grab that place, make that place his own, and he has all the potential to do that. I mean, there is no doubt about it. So it's a very crucial phase in terms of Sanju Samson's international career. And as far as Hardik Pandya is concerned, see, we know that he has lost the T20 captaincy, and he continues to be a very, very important player in the scheme of things of India as far as white ball cricket is concerned. So it's not only, I mean, it's not about his potential, it's not about his ability. We all know that he has the ability. Does he have the hunger? Does he have the tenacity? Does he have the physical ability to just chug on for a few more years? So again, that will be the beginning of that question or that answer rather will start here at Ian Gardens tonight. And if he does well over a period of time, he will continue to be a inseparable part of the Indian white ball side. But whether he can do that or not, that that we will see, and the process begins today.
Shomik, Atreo makes some very important points about Sanju, Hardik, and the rest of the squad leading up to including Sanju making the spot his own. His compatriot Abhishek Sharma will also be under pressure, far more, because Samson has scored multiple hundreds. But Abhishek Sharma, knowing Yashasvi Jaiswal is breathing down his neck, for him this is a massive series. Shomik.
Absolutely. Just one thing that after, I mean, after this segment, after making my point, I will take your leave because the cops are
Yeah,
objecting
the
me
bus team
standing
bus
here.
will be arriving soon. Team bus will
Yeah,
be
and
arriving soon.
the bus will be around, and they have opened the gate, so they are requesting me to get in. So I will
No
take
problem.
your leave after this.
No problem.
As far as Abhishek Sharma is concerned, see, the beauty of this T20 side is that obviously if Yashasvi Jaiswal, when he is available to play T20 cricket, he will get in. But you always Abhishek Sharma. The beauty of this T20 team is that players are being given a long rope. That's what they did to Sanju Samson as well. Surya and Gautam Gambhir told him that, see, we are giving you, you are our new T20 opener, and we are giving you at least 7, 8 games. Go and prove your mettle. And that created a comfort zone for Sanju, and he thrived on that. Abhishek Sharma is a serious talent. Maybe he has, I mean, he has got, he went through a little, I mean, it is, a little lean patch, but uh, then again, this team also wants skilled cricketers, and Abhishek brings in his left arm spin also. So from that point of view, I don't think even if he plays well, he is a flop in this series. He would be completely discarded. As and when Yashasvi Jaiswal comes to this fold, he would be obviously an automatic pick. But it's always nice to have an opener like Abhishek Sharma as a backup.
Shomik, we'll let you go. We'll let you go. I mean, try and see if the scanner is sorted, and just tell them that photographers are not allowed till Devashish Sen goes. So inform the cops. And
Absolutely. And I will try to I will try to join the post match live after
yeah,
completing the India press conference.
depending on the jammer situation. But yes, absolutely do that. Uh,
Thank
Coming to you, Gargi, thoughts on Surya Kumar Yadav as skipper? I think so far he's done quite well. The way Surya has maneuvered, the way he has given people confidence, the way he's rallying the whole team around himself, including Sanju Samson, telling Sanju Samson that we'll give you a long rope. He's done very well. Before I go to Trisha.
Yes, I agree with you. I think Surya Kumar Yadav has shown a very responsible and mature side to himself as a leader, because he's leading. He From what we've seen so far in bilaterals, he's been leading a fairly young side, and the way that he's been giving confidence, I think, to the youngsters is an important aspect of his leadership, because you see him on the field. I think he's very uplifting as a captain. And of course, when you see the way that he uses the youngsters, he definitely, I think, has an eye for a talent. And I think the best measure for any captain is the way that they treat their youngsters, understand their game, and try to use them according to that. And I think Surya Kumar Yadav has been brilliant in that aspect.
Trisha, someone's saying South Africa fielded a C quality bowling attack. This is the real T20 series. England has a real A-listed bowling attack.
Well, I think, England bowling is quite good. Again, injury prone. Mark Wood, you have to see Jofra Archer. While I do think that both Jofra Archer and Mark Wood enjoy in Eden,
Eden Gardens.
of course.
Plus, they've got
But
Gus Atkinson and Jamie.
exactly. So I think I wouldn't really say that South Africa was a C team, but of course, this bowling attack is much better. So it'd be a real test. It won't be as easy as it seemed against South Africa, but also some very good pace bowling will be on display. But I'm not 100% sure about England's spin bowling. There, I have a little bit of a doubt.
Devashish, due conditions, any update on that? Whether because of the thing, will that play a big role? And secondly, any update from the pitch over the last couple of days from what you've seen? Shubhayan was saying batting wicket. Have you had a chance to speak to Shojanda? And Atreo, the same question to him. How important could due be? First, Devashish.
Yeah, I think that there is quite a bit of grass left on the wicket. Assuming that it will favor the fast bowlers, but yes, definitely, due factor will come into consideration, and I won't be surprised if the team winning the toss decides to bowl first. And also, the fact that the entire ground was covered after the Indian practice session got over, just to see that the due factor that does not creep in. So definitely, due will be coming into effect, and and that will be interesting. What the teams decide of winning the toss here.
Well,
Athreya,
once again,
yeah.
I just touched the ground right now. In the where we're standing, there is no hint of dew at the moment. Okay, and anyway, I mean the match starts at 7 o'clock. It's about there a fair amount of time to go. So if there is dew, it's going to be a big factor, no doubt about that. And but as Trisha said, that I also think, like Trisha, that this pitch is going to favor the faster bowlers. There will be some bounce and carry, and it will not be um, a 200 kind of a wicket. I don't think so. So the faster bowlers, England have included four fast bowlers in their lineup and just one spinner. And India will possibly have a different kind of combination in terms of the number of fast bowlers and spin bowlers. So we can expect some carry and bounce from this pitch, as it has been over the last 3 4 years. So it will not be your traditionally IPL belter kind of a pitch, but there will be runs. I mean, the bounce will be even. So I expect some runs, but not a very high score, a very mammoth scoring match.
Athreya, win toss bowl first because of the dew, assuming there is dew.
I suppose so. I suppose so because Buria, as we all know, that dew has been a factor in Teen Gardens historically. I mean, I remember a match from the early 2000s, 2004 or thereabouts, the Platinum Jubilee match, India versus Pakistan. And at Eden Gardens, India put up a formidable total, 280 or thereabouts. And then Salman Butt, Pakistan batting second, Salman Butt killed the match. And there was dew. That was the reason. And that geographical condition has possibly not changed. So if there is dew, it will favor the side that bats second.
Yeah, I commentated in that match, and Imran Khan was my co-commentator. The only time I have done that with Imran Khan. And then on the way back, he said, "Is there a disco anywhere?" And he dropped off on Park Street to walk into Park Hotel. That was around
Did you
midnight.
join him?
Pardon? No, I did not. Not my cup of tea. Had Devashish been there, he would have joined, and Gargi, not me. So Imran Khan joined. I mean, Imran Khan had just about separated from Jemima Goldsmith at that point in time. He was commentating for that particular match. Salman Butt, I think 112 not out,
Yeah,
2004 five
yeah,
unborn Dalmias, that
yeah.
CIB silver contest. Gargi,
Bob Woolman was there.
somebody we haven't spoken much about is Gautam Gambhir. After Australia, so much 10 points and impact and difference of opinion. And this is also a new start for Gautam Gambhir. Loss in Sri Lanka, loss against New Zealand, loss against Australia. If he doesn't win this one, the pressure will continue to mount.
A winning dressing room is a happy dressing room, and this dressing room is winning. So I don't think Gautam Gambhir has a lot of work to do there. That's my answer.
But against England, it is a fresh start. I mean, she's
Ah,
right.
yes.
It's South Africa.
When you say that, yes, but at the same time, this team looks solid, and I don't see a lot of concerns there. When you look at the red ball team, then there are some serious voids there in the T20 setup. I don't think so. So I think it's fairly smoother sail for Gautam Gambhir on the T20 side.
But imagine this, Trisha.
Can I add a point to it? It
Yeah.
might be controversial.
But the other thing, just think about it, that you're talking, she says it's a well set unit. You're talking about a unit without Rohit Sharma, without Virat Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja. How quickly people forget. And you're not needed. I mean, these guys are no longer needed. So how sport moves as quickly that somebody who has won you a World Cup, someone who was final man of the match, someone who played a huge role in Ravindra Jadeja, all three are no longer relevant in the setup.
Absolutely. And, that's one place I think where T20 eyes will be a little easier for Gautam Gambhir as well. Because if you see now, one of the biggest names in that dressing room is Gautam Gambhir himself.
Yeah.
So that helps as a coach. I mean, that is how sports works, it does not stop. Not only, I mean, in general in life, things move on, and sports also as a team. The moment the team gels well and it starts working together, yes, you would have missed Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli had the team not won, had the team been struggling. you would have been saying that, oh, why did they take the retirement? But I think thanks to Syed Mustaq Ali, and B, IPL, the transition in T20Is is smoother than in red ball.
Devashish Atreo, is Gautam Gambhir, the point that Trisha is making, is he a successful white ball coach, a better white ball coach than red ball because he's the alpha male? KKR dressing room, he was the alpha male. In this T20 dressing room, he is the alpha male. Surya Kumar Yadav is not as big a brand as somebody like a Gautam Gambhir. Does that help him? Devashish Atreo, both of you?
Well, I differ because a coach in a cricket setup cannot be the alpha male. It has to be the performer. I mean, those who go out and play on the field. So I agree with Trisha and Gagi that India's white ball stocks look better than they are in test matches. But this is the new beginning. And the whole team, the whole setup is under a bit of a shock of the two setbacks in test series. I agree that the formats are completely different and India have done far better in T20s and T20s especially under Gautam Gambhir's coaching than in test matches. So that's a redeeming feature, yes. But I think the whole new chapter is going to begin now. Like the players, some of the players that we have mentioned who are going to be under scrutiny, the coach will also be under scrutiny. So it's going to be a beginning of a new phase of Gautam Gambhir's coaching career. I mean, the first 6 months, okay, that was a kind of a cooling off period. But now begins the hot grind, and every mistake now will get magnified. I mean, Gautam Gambhir will not be responsible for if something happens on the field. I mean, individually he will not be responsible for that. But ultimately, the performance will count. So I think Gautam will be under a bit of I will not say pressure, but he will be under observation, no doubt about that.
Devashish, your thoughts on Gautam?
Yeah.
And what kind of a
I,
reception do you think he will get?
I think the Kolkata crowd will welcome him with open arms because he has been a crowd favorite here in Calcutta. He reckons Kolkata to be his second home, but then always from now on the scanner will be on Gautam Gambhir, irrespective of the results. In every time he walks, India plays from now on, the scanners will be on him, given that he has not done well in his tenure so far. And even a series loss, just imagine the kind of pressure he will be in leading up to the Champions Cup if India loses one of the series. Even if he loses the T20 series, there will be talks in the media. Everyone will be after Gautam Gambhir.
Gargi, take this.
Jofra Archer has joined the show. Will he not get
Is
late
he
for
not
the match?
warming up? What is he doing? No. This
Jofra,
can't
get
be.
ready for the match. Please change and get ready.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. They need to take what? Freaking awesome.
They need to take some brave calls to make much needed changes in the test side.
Well, let's talk about test
Yes.
later.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. Let's give Devashish and Atreo one more. Devashish go in for his photographer's thing. Devashish, England has a very, very solid T20 side, and Phil Salt, Joss Butler, a lot of those guys, Liam Livingston,
Kind of home ground for Phil Salt also.
exactly, and they have played tons of IPL. So it is not as if they will not know the conditions. Even Jofra has played. A lot of the Mark Wood has played. Will that help England, you reckon? And that surprise element of Indian conditions is no longer there because of the IPL.
Yeah, and you have just forgot to mention Harry Brook, who has scored 100 playing for Sunrisers Hyderabad at the same venue.
Yes,
So Liam Livingston is another one. So that England top order has quite a few firepower. So I think, and if you look at, obviously the only weak link in that England side is they are playing with only one spinner in Adil Rasid. But then they are fast bowlers. They have stacked their team with 4 fast bowlers, as Atroda said. So I think England are no mark in this format. In this format, anyone can win on their given day. So I won't be surprised if England gives up a good fight.
Atreo, also Brendan McCullum, former KKR.
Yeah, I mean, there are several KKR and IPL links when it comes to this match at Eden Gardens, especially. So, I mean, but see, Boria and everybody else, I don't think that's going to be a decisive factor. But what you said, that because of IPL, the Indian X factor, the unfamiliarity of foreigners coming to India and playing on different kinds of pitches, that is not a factor anymore. Because of the IPL, there has been a lot of exposure, so they are not alien to. They are not these conditions are not unknown to them. They have played here, spent months over here, over a significant number of years. It's not just that it happened last year or year before. They have been doing going through this grind for a long time. So they are very familiar with these conditions. So unfamiliarity is not a factor at all, according to me. And England has a very formidable batting lineup. It's full of firepower. They also have a fairly solid bowling unit, at least on paper. So, and it's a new beginning for them as well. If you remember that after winning the T20 World Cup in 2 years back I think. After that, they went off 2022 in Australia, and they went off the radar completely. I mean, they were underperforming. So it's a new beginning for them as well. And there are some new faces. There are some solid players, and it's going to be very a tough kind of a series. I mean, I am looking forward to a very exciting series actually.
Kargi, people are saying England is playing with one spinner. Devashish also made the point, but Liam Livingstone is somebody capable of bowling a couple of overs of spin. Jacob Bethel will bowl a couple of overs of spin if need be. You've got Adil Rashid. So there are plenty of spin options there as well. Multiple bowling options. If you say Gus Atkinson, Jamie Overton, of course, Jofra Archer and Mark Wood, plus a Jacob Bethel, plus a Liam Livingstone, plus an Adil Rashid. Look at the kind of options England has.
They do have a lot of options, but we have Akshar Patel, Ravi Bishnoi. Of course, the team's not come out yet. We're just assuming it's going to be Akshar Patel, Ravi Bishnoi. Who else? Abhishek Sharma can bowl a few. I know he doesn't bowl a lot in international cricket, but he does bowl regularly in domestic cricket. So there is a genuine option over there. And of course, you have a Hardik Pandya. So I think when we talk about bowling depth, India is no less at this point. Spin department, yes, but otherwise, I don't see any.
I think they'll play Varun Chakravarti if they do.
Yeah, exactly. Varun is also there. Exactly.
Varun's there. One Akshar Patel's there plus Abhishek Sharma. So plenty. Okay, let me take final comments before we close. What is this? Mama coming to Eden. Meet me, please. He's already there at Eden for the last couple of hours. Kaushal, you need to go and meet him. He's the star, not you. Come on, give him the respect and go and meet him where he is. Okay. So what's the new news? Indian jersey will have Park written for Champions Trophy. Debajit Saikia has said they will follow the ICC guidelines. That is what Debajit Saikia has said. Hey, Rohan. They have said they will follow the ICC guidelines. That's what they've said. Okay, closing comments. I will start with you. What is the prediction? What's happening? Michael Vaughan says 3-2, but that's very Michael Vaughan.
Michael, I'm just glad he did not go and give a mad prediction like 5-0. I would say today we are winning.
India is winning.
India is winning. Obviously, V means India.
Okay. Athreya, Devashish, predictions.
You go first.
Debashish is asking me to go first, and I'll say India. I don't know why I'm saying this. You asked me, I had to give an answer. I gave an answer.
Athreya, the gut feeling.
Devashish will get some nice photos. Mohammad Shami gets a 3-for. Devashish will get some fantastic pictures for us. Devashish, your prediction.
I will also put my money on India.
Ask the guy who was just peeping through the camera.
Yeah, he was peeping through and then turning and now walked away. Gargi,
Why not ask for his comment as well?
You tell me.
You are at home. We are talking about the ground.
No, I'm looking at something else. Guys, come on. What?
This is a joke, man.
No, I thought my door.
And the crowd is building, Buri. If I can say something, the crowd is building. Over the last 15-20 minutes, we are standing right next to an entrance, gate number, some gate number. And I think the traffic has been quite heavy over here over the last 15-20 minutes. It's increasing. So we are possibly in for a fairly packed Eden Gardens.
Lovely. Yes, Gargi. Now that you've peeped and turned and done everything possible.
That had nothing to do with what you said. Let's get that straight. But I would say England is winning.
Ah, so we've got Trisha saying India, Atro saying India, Devashish India, and Gargi saying England. Interesting. Someone saying Arshdeep will be the hero. Okay, we've got to wait and see. We will join once again. Let the crowd build up a little bit more. We will join at 6:30. 6:30, where none of us will join from the studio. It'll all be from Eden Gardens. It'll be Devashish Sen, Atreya Mukhopadhyay, and Shomik Chakraborty joining us from the Eden Gardens as we build up for the match at 7 p.m. So watch us at 6:30 as the build-up continues for India's home season start once again. The reboot after Australia for Gautam Gambhir and his team. Surya Kumar Yadav will walk out to toss. And obviously post-match, all of us will join. I'll watch 3/4 and come home to the studio and join. Gargi will join us. Devashish will join us. Tusha will join us. Hopefully by then we will have answers whether it's India and England. But in exactly 55 minutes from now, join us from the Eden Gardens as we build up. What is the Sindhu game update? She's won the first game.
Yeah.
So Sindhu has won the first game in Indonesia. That is the update that we can also give you as far as badminton is concerned. Akashi, I think, Anupama lost her match. So that's the update from the Indonesia Open. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Rohan has just come back. He has got me some jhalmuri, so I'm going to have that. Thank you, everyone, for watching.